Hi, everybody, and welcome to our premiere of the Cool Crone Oracle. We're going to be doing personal readings for everybody. So let's get into it. Hi, welcome. I have my new intro. I've got to turn the speaker around so I'm not doing feedback. Sorry about that. And hi, everybody. Let's all say hello. Cleo, tell us hello and tell us what's going on for you.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm just really kind of looking forward to see how this works out. It's so much different than having polyterology tonight. And so I guess we're just doing personal readings. And after this, I have, on Monday, I have the Mystic Four.
Yay.
So, it's another thing I really love. And then next Friday, I have polyterology.
Nice.
As it should be. That's great. Val, how are you? What's going on with you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here. What I've got going on tonight is Story in the Cards at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Mountain time. And what is that? 9 p.m. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my God. 10 Eastern time. If you're up, please give it a watch because we're going to talk about, politics.
Very good. Very good. Sounds wonderful. And Marina, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me on our premiere, our maiden voyage into the Cool Crone Oracle. How are you and what's going on with you?
I am doing well. And yes, thank you for inviting me to the inaugural trip. This is wonderful. I'm glad to be here. And looking forward to whatever might come up tonight. This is great. And yes, along with Val at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I'll be on with her and Allie as we do Story in the Cards. It's always an interesting and a rather tongue-in-cheek look at current events and those that are in the news. And we're very irreverent. And we use our nasty decks. So, that's what's going on. And Monday I'll be on with Deborah Zuckow. She's going to be on the channel again, and she does the numerology, and I do the tarot. And if you want to know what I'm doing next week, go over to my channel, go in the community tab. I usually will on Saturdays. I'll post what I'm doing for the rest of the week. And you can pretend I'm the old-fashioned TV guide and take out your highlighter and go here, here, and here.
Nice.
That's what I'm doing.
Sounds very good. Hi, Gerald. How are you?
I am swell. I'm Tarot Stash. Come over to my channel, like, share, and subscribe. Do all that stuff. I am still basking in the glow of the 60-plus years from the casual that I had with Colleen and Cleo. I mean, I literally had to sleep all day on Wednesday just to balance my energy. It was so incredibly awesome.
Oh my
God. So if you all haven't caught that, go and watch that. That was fabulous.
It was so good.
So much great information between Cleo the Seer and the Cool Crone. Oh my gosh.
Well, we may have divulged more than we intended to.
I'm not taking the video down, regardless of how much. It's,
any publicity is good publicity.
That's right.
That's right.
That's the way you got to look at it.
And I've got good shows scheduled for next week. I'm doing a couple of series of readings, and I am doing a deck casual about the Tarot of Oneness on Tuesday with Jamie and Richie. And then the following Tuesday, we're actually having the author and the creator on to talk about it.
Oh,
nice.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Very nice. Oh, that's good. Well, so here we are. I don't know. I have a bunch of stuff going on my channel. Usually you can find me live on Friday nights and on Caffeinated and Unfiltered every other Monday night, and probably a bunch of other shows. But I would like to just focus on this show at the moment, and we are going to be doing personal questions. So if you put them into the chat in block capital letters, Gerald is being kind enough to help me with this. He's going to star them, and we'll pick out, a certain number. At a certain point, we'll cut it off. But we would like to be able to give each person a very nice personal reading. So that's what we're aiming for. And I think at this point, I think we can all read on each question, unless it just gets to be boring. So just don't be boring, you guys, okay? That's all I ask.
Well, I might, yeah. Okay.
We have a question from Chrissy Lapis Lizard. Cleo the Seer, how do we contact you for a reading?
Well, right now I am not doing readings outside of YouTube. So any readings I do will be on my channel, and that will be coming up in the near future. But I'm not doing readings like all these other people are doing. So sorry, I'm just not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I am. I do readings. I can do readings.
My sister, go to my sister. She does readings.
But so does everybody else except for Cleo. Gerald, Marina, Val, we all do readings. And
yes,
if you go onto our YouTube channels, it's very clear how to get a hold of us. So, just do all the YouTubey things like, you could do a thumbs up. You could go visit our channel. You could subscribe. You could become a member. So do all of the YouTubey things, and then you'll figure out how to get a reading. Okay. So, I think with that, we will take our first reading out of the chat. So Starfish Jenny wants us to give her an oracle reading, please. So dig out those oracle cards, I guess. There we go.
Okay. Yeah.
So just...
Wow, I just got a huge hit, Jenny. You are opening to greatness. Some huge, huge opening is coming your way. And within the next 3 months, you're going to look back and you're going to go, oh my gosh, I'm in a totally different perspective, space, connectability. You're going to have an increase in all of your gifts and abilities, so much so that you literally are going to feel like you have to run around to get rid of some of that energy that you're getting. So ground a lot, and it's really a blessing and gift for you for everything that you've been doing. The universe and all your guides and angels are bringing it in big time for you. So hold on to your seatbelt. This is what I see.
Okay. Wow. Awesome. Who else?
Well, I see your guides just coming forward. And everything that Val said, but I mean, the guides are just like coming forward, like, here we are, let's all get together, and whatever's been going on with you, or whatever you're working towards or wishing for, or whatever. I mean, all your questions can be answered, and it's all super positive, and your guides are actually really excited about this.
Yeah, I got the similar. Marina, do you want to go?
Yeah, I pulled from the Witching Hour Oracle, and the first card out that I got for you was High Priestess, and this is about leadership. So you are, you are stepping into your power. Okay. The next card out that I got was Bewitched, and this is you're under a spell. Give into it. Spirit is talking to you. Give into it, and take in everything that comes. You are definitely the High Priestess. You're absolutely going to step into that. So there you go.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Gerald, are you ready?
Yeah. Starfish Jenny, what I have for you is this freedom. This is from the Radical Abundance cards, and what this says to me is remember where you have the freedom and enjoy that. Do not let your freedoms be taken away. These are your freedoms for a reason, and go out and have a little bit of adventure around that. If you're free tomorrow afternoon, go out and have a little bit of fun. So that's what I have for you.
Nice. So I pulled from, I don't know, some Oracle deck that I had over here that I really like the artwork on. And one of the things that it's showing me here is that, and also just what I'm seeing is what Cleo and Val were alluding to. Your guides are just stepping forward and literally going, they're just very happy and very much open to
Yeah.
whatever it is that you want. They want to support you. And behind them, I mean, just take that to the power of 30. I mean, they're just like a
Yeah.
bunch behind them, and they're just ready to come in and rotate out for whatever it is that you need to work on. And the cards are saying, first, follow your passion. So whatever is floating your boat that day, that's the thing that you should focus on. And as you are loving that and letting your vibration raise with that, it's just going to flow and be very easy.
And
Go ahead, Val.
Jenny's asking us, is that after Val's channeling class? Because she starts it on the 15th of March. And it does coincide with those big openings and all of that channeling coming from all those guides that Colleen saw stacked out there.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was thinking you had already taken that class. So, like it is really, really opening for you. There's another card that says opportunity knocks. So, don't deny any little synchronicity that falls into your life. Grab that as an opportunity. And also things that spark your memory. When you see things that seem like, oh, I remember that, or that happened to me many years ago, it's also happening now. So take that. All these things are feeding your development, your enlightenment, your vibrations, your gifts. Every little thing that you can make a connection to, connect to it and just let it flow and find out where it takes you. Because remember, you're taking a class. You're not going to end up doing things exactly the way Val does, or I do, or Marina does. You're going to do it in your own particular way.
You have the freedom to do that.
Yes, absolutely. So best of luck to you, Jenny, and enjoy the ride. Okay. So what's our next thingio? I'm going to scroll down. What were you going to say, Gerald?
We might want to close the questions because right now we have 28.
Oh, yeah, let's close those up. Okay, so I'll take out the banner. And do we have
I'll go around all the channels and do that.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're going to go back to what's starred, and let's jump around a little bit. Let's do this one from Chris Crowdis. Hello, everyone. I'm new. Will moving to Arizona be good for me? Whoever is ready, whenever, just go ahead and go.
No, I get right off the bat, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Moving will be good. I just got a yes. That's all I got right this minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Whoever else has anything more.
Well, I'm feeling like that includes being in some kind of artsy kind of colony. Well, we'll say it this way, near people who are creative, because I see you opening up to a lot of your gifts in that realm. And it doesn't have to be art. Creativity can be channeling, it can be giving people readings, but there is a lot of spirituality, believe it or not, in that red state. So, it's moving, and funny how the light workers are being asked to go there. So,
yes,
I see you making shifts and changes just by being there. And so.
Well, isn't Sedona there?
Yes.
Yes, Sedona is definitely there. And I'm thinking more like the Phoenix area for Chris, but she could end up in Sedona. But the Phoenix area is the area that needs her energy mostly. And in these small enclaves, these communities of people that gather that are much like the people in Sedona, she will do well. People are scrambling to understand what's happening to them, but they have not a lot of people there in Phoenix to go to. And she will be bringing forward a lot of great information and things to point them along the way so that they can make sense of what's going on. with the energies and what's happening in their lives, which they might think of as chaos and turmoil, but it's really great openings and wonderful things. They can let them see from a positive perspective what is coming forward.
Yeah, great.
Absolutely. And I'm getting not only will you be successful there, but I think you're going to find that a lot of the headaches that you've been getting are going to go away. And that's you do better when you're vibrating on a higher frequency, and you're going to find that in Arizona. And yeah.
I have for you, Chris, I have the 5 of Pentacles. So it's going to be hard to leave and to go and establish yourself in a new environment. However, it's okay to be an outsider, because what I have for you is the 7 of Pentacles. Good things come with time. You plant those seeds and they're going to show up, and they're going to be really, really beneficial for you, because as you look at this card, the person is putting their energy into what they're planting. So they're doing it consciously, and that's really powerful. So there you go.
Wonderful, Chris. So what I get for you is that Arizona is a playground for you. You're going to be doing some things in a very playful way, and this is going to allow your gifts to open up and to grow. One thing that I got was a 4 of Swords, and it's landing over this. I don't know if you can see this on the blanket, but the blanket that the 4 of Swords is sitting on has the symbol for Jupiter underneath it, which is really lucky. It's also for higher learning, for, expanding of your crown chakra, connecting to your higher self, connecting to your guides, doing a lot of expansion work with your soul, actually. And I also got the Ace of Pentacles, which could mean it's super good for your health, or that you're going to actually make money doing some of these things. And it's going to be a very grounded experience for you, and a very helpful, good turn, good change, good new cycle for you. And then we get the Princess of Swords, which is you. And that sword is knowledge, communication, working with people, also air. I know air is usually wands, or no, which one's air? No, swords are air. So you're working with not just air, but the ethers, like you're working like up in the higher things. But the thing that I really got strongly about Arizona, and why I mentioned Sedona, is that you are going to be also, I think, working with ley lines in the earth, and connecting to the ley lines, and connecting to a much more, and I think that's why you got the Ace of Pentacles, because the Pentacles represent earth and the ground and everything. So I think you're going to be connecting literally to the earth you walk on in Arizona, and you're going to be finding ways of, I don't know, maybe talking to crystals, talking to stones, talking to the mountains, talking to the earth. You're going to be getting messages from them that are leading you to the ley lines, helping you understand the ley lines. I mean, just all sorts of things. Now I'm getting that you might find out something about crop circles or galactics, or just all these things that are connected to being on the earth. So my guys are very excited about this. I hope yours are, because mine goes bananas here.
I love that, Colleen, because you got the Ace of Pentacles and I got the 7 of Pentacles. So those beautifully meld together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Chris said, I'm a lifelong gardener.
There you go.
Nice. So
there it is.
Just touching that soil when you get there is just going to be like you're touching a battery. Like
magnetic.
A lot of stuff going on there. Oh, that's really exciting. That's great. Okay. All right, let's do this one. For Untamed Spirit, how do I stay centered while under tremendous amounts of stress?
What a nice question.
Breathe.
Yeah.
This is what they're telling me, Untamed Spirit. Deep, deep breaths. Huge, deep breath in. Hold that breath for as long as you can and comfortably, and then exhale. Do that 2-3 times or more if you can. And what that's going to do is create within you this space of peace And then send those roots down into Mother Earth and ground yourself in. Feel your body literally sink down. So it's almost like the half of your body is a tree trunk in Mother Earth, and all the roots going all the way out, all around the world in Mother Earth. And then send your energy up to Divine Source and pull that energy in and claim that you are Divine Source. Sending it out from your heart all the way around the world. Now, this creates an as above, so below balance. This aligns you with your soul and it grounds you. This practice every day, or when you're feeling this way, you can do it anywhere you are, even at work. So this will help you tremendously.
Yeah. You know, I go along with everything Val just said and add to it to think about being grateful, putting out gratitude to everything that's going on. You know, stress is one of those things where you just like, oh, please just let it go. Instead of doing that, just be thankful for the experience, thankful for whatever you're going through. Gratitude, in my thinking, is just the key to everything. Once you put that out there, everything else calms down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
And yeah, when you're breathing, don't forget you breathe in through the nose, hold it, and you exhale through the mouth.
Right.
So you're breathing in calmness and you're exhaling any anxiety.
Right.
And just kind of funnel it. And like Val said, do it as many times as you need to until you feel calmer. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That breathing is tremendously important.
Yeah. Gerald?
I got the 9 of Swords. So how's that about a tremendous amount of stress?
Yeah. Stress.
But then 2 cards came out, and I'm glad to see these 2 cards together. I have the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Stay grounded and stay passionate about the things that you love, and stay focused on what you can do instead of what you are not able to do. Now, and I know that that's more easily said than done. The idea of grounding is a really important thing. Stay grounded, put your feet on the ground as often as you can. And remember, you are a passionate person, and stick with what it is you can. I have the card acceptance as well. And part
which
of
goes along with gratitude.
Yes, which is why, I'm like going, okay, this is there for a reason. Accept that you are under stress, therefore lean into it and get through it instead of fighting against it. This is the situation I'm in. This is what I'm going to do to get myself out of it, because you're smart enough to know what to do to help you balance that. So.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Very good.
And to relieve some of that stress, go for a walk, go for a run, get some exercise or something if you can. Because that, stress is just, sometimes the more you just try to directly get rid of stress, the worse it gets. So go for a run and be thankful, and then do all the other things that Val and Marina told you, and whatever Gerald told you that could be helpful. And now I'll let Colleen tell you.
Well, I think Val has something she wants to add.
I just want to also say again, what Gerald said about focus is so important, because if you're in the now moment or you're looking at what you're creating, that takes you out of the worry. It focuses you on creating your next moments in a beautiful space. That focus is so important. Absolutely. So I'm sorry, Colleen, go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So yes, breathing is the number one thing that you need to do. Now, if you're in a work situation and you have a space where you can get behind a closed door or just behind a wall or a cubicle or something, if you can, let yourself raise your arms up. That's a very freeing motion. That just right there lets you let energy in from the universe and flow down into the earth through you. That's in addition to breathing. Another thing is if you can touch something that is of the earth, it could be a bay leaf that you carry in your wallet. It could be a penny. A penny is made out of copper. Copper comes from the earth. But also, if you find that you need just kind of like a supplement all the time, and please forgive me for doing this, but I'm going to move my microphone and put up my middle finger because I'm stone. Wear dark stones. Wear really dark stones. I have garnet and onyx here. And those ground you tremendously. They're really good for grounding. Now, again, if you're in a work situation, if you have black tourmaline, which is a very unpleasant feeling stone, keep some at your desk, and unpleasant people who don't wish you well will not come to your desk or your office anymore. They just won't come. That's another thing. Now, if you're at home and you can do all these things, that's great. You can put your arms up, you can breathe, whatever. But if you have a tree handy, go touch it or put your back against it or hug it or something. But trees are really grounding too. So, and I pulled a few cards. This one was kind of unhelpful. It just said, take a vacation. Well, duh, we'd all take a vacation if we could to reduce stress. But I also got 2 dragon cards. So think about dragons. You know, dragons are really protective. And if you can use your visualization to kind of give over whatever you're stressing over to the dragon and let the dragon protect you, and you just sit there and breathe and touch your bay leaf and look at your black onyx and, you know, think about a tree while the dragon does all the work. Hey, bonus, and it's all free.
I love that idea of having a bay leaf with you.
Yeah,
and giving it over to the dragon. That's very empowering.
It really is.
Yeah,
Totally.
That's awesome.
That's all my stuff. Now you're going to have to go back probably and rewatch this and take notes.
I mean, that's a lot of good tips.
Yes, we gave a lot of tips.
Well,
Yeah.
True.
And
Untamed Spirit said, how interesting. My Chinese zodiac is the dragon.
perfect.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course. So
Yeah. You want to make sure you have something dragon close to you. And one of the things that I absolutely love to do if I'm feeling at all stressful is I will go to the off-leash dog park and just be in the energy of all those lovely, lovely puppies and dogs, and because they are spiritually, they're advanced. Emotionally, they don't carry their baggage. Right? They're just in the moment. So I always feel very uplifted when I spend time at the dog park.
that is just fantastic. Oh, what a great idea. Oh my gosh. That's great. So I'm sure you got plenty of stuff out of that, Untamed Spirit.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Okay, we'll give this one. Here we go. Can I get some advice on finances? I just can't seem to get ahead of things.
I have a hard time with that myself because I'm not always very financially responsible. But the universe always provides. So, instead of thinking about what you don't have, think about what you do have. And as you're paying your bills, do it with joy in your heart and make sure that you're grateful for that opportunity. So generally what I will do is, yes, as I'm going through and paying my bills, I will try to be as grateful as I can be. And I will say out loud, I am so blessed that I am able to pay this bill, and I am paying it on time, and I am paying it in full. Thank you to the universe. And do that, and you'll find that all of a sudden there does seem to be more that is available because you're thinking in terms of you're grateful for what you have. You're not concentrating on what you don't have.
That's exactly right. I totally agree with everything Marina said. And the only thing I can add to that is to realize that the universe is abundant. There is only lack in the ego mind. That's not reality. That's not real. This is just what we have on the earth plane to kind of be our mirror saying, oh, you better work on that because you're having lack. It's saying, blah, 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 I can't afford it, blah, blah. It's saying, oh, you better open up to your abundance.
Yeah.
Be in gratitude, open that flow up, because that is just a mirror, a reflection of what is illusion, because we are divine beings who are abundant. The universe is abundant and wants us to have everything that we need. So all I would add to that is be in the mindfulness of staying in that positive flow of abundance. So open up. I open to receive the highest vibration of love and light of abundance from the universe for my highest good and the highest good of humanity. I now accept it in now, all my greatest good and the greatest good for all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. Boom. And that's what I would do. Cleo.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great, Val and Marina. I'm just looking at that thing. I'm looking at this question thinking, who isn't having a little bit of a problem? I mean, I just heard on TV that a McDonald's hamburger or cheeseburger or something costs somewhere $12.50.
I mean,
Now,
yeah.
please, you know, we're all having a little bit of trouble with finances. And so, you know, personally, I just got to readjust, and, you know, I don't go out and buy a bunch of stuff anymore because it's just too expensive. But,
Yeah.
you know, I go along with what Val and Marina said, and to just focus on that abundance is coming and that it's open to you, and be thankful for what you have right now, and be thankful if you can pay the bill or you can buy the dinner or whatever you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my take on this.
Yeah.
I think one thing that comes for me, Joe Eliza, is I have the Four of Cups, which tells me pay attention to where your money is going. Make sure that you don't have automatic payments going out of your accounts for things that you no longer need. You know, and you know, for entertainment purposes only, I'm not a financial person. However, if you write all of the things down everywhere where your money goes, then you see what it does for you. Money is energy. Treat it respectfully, and the universe will give you more. The last card that I have is the King of Pentacles, which is a guy who, you know, which is a person who has an understanding of money and is, I wouldn't say resting on his laurels, but he is comfortable in the choices that he's made. So with the King of Pentacles, ask yourself the hard questions. Do I really need this?
Do I really need that cable TV that costs $365 a month?
Yeah. Or do I want it? Knowing the difference between those things can help you. So
I love that. I love that. And I just want to say, when you are leaking energy, you're leaking energy when you don't do a little look-see at what these little energy leaks are. Too much at the Starbucks, write it all down. Maybe those aren't needs, those are wants. So there might be too much going to buying candy bars. You got to write it all down, write everything down so you can see where it is that you can cut back and trim that, because I call those energy leaks. You're leaking all that beautiful energy that you have to create. And wouldn't you rather spend that energy creating something beautiful in the next moment? So check where that is, where those flows are going out, and you are kind of unconscious about it, because we all are to some degree, except my husband, who tracks every cent.
You know what, Joe Eliza, as I was listening to Val, I got this that you're going to get this, you're going to get a grasp on this. You're going to get this figured out. You're going to get back into balance on your money. And so when you say you can't seem to get ahead of things right now, it's coming and you're working on it. Keep working on it, because I see very soon you'll be like, that's all I had to do, is like, maybe like what Gerald said, that you might have money going out that you're not really, hadn't really thought about, that maybe you don't need that anymore. But those little kind of things are going to come up, and you are definitely going to get things back in order on your finances.
Great. So I think finances are a very complicated issue. And the reason I think they're complicated is because we don't realize it sometimes, but we equate our own value with how much money we allow ourselves to have. And that's a hard concept to accept.
Mm.
When you come into this life, some people or some philosophies go that, you're going to make a set money of dollars in your life and that's it, and you're going to have a certain path that you walk. And I don't think that's necessarily true. I think a lot of what we're doing this time around on earth is breaking a lot of those paradigms. And one of them has to do with money, because it is connected directly to how you feel about yourself. What is your value of yourself? If you value yourself truly, then you are abundant. You feel rich if you value yourself. So it's kind of I don't know, it's one of those things that goes, it's chicken egg kind of thing, right?
Mhm.
So you do have to address it that way. And what I put in the chat for you was a link to just one of the many free Louise Hay lectures that are on YouTube. She is excellent. When I looked in this little list, I think there was at least 6 or 7 free lectures that you could listen to of hers, where she talks about how to change the way you feel about yourself. Because she's got all sorts of things about attracting money and making more money and being prosperous, but that's sort of leaping to the end result. The beginning, I feel, really has to do with how you feel about yourself and how much you value yourself. I didn't say love. You may believe that you love yourself, and you may love yourself a lot, but where do you put your values? Or do you come first, or does everybody else come first? Did you take a job just because it was, you had to have a job, or are you doing something you truly love and you flourish when you're doing it? All of these things go into how you feel about yourself. What are your values for you? How much do you love you, but how much do you value you? So that, I know that's a longer project than just making a little money, but it's a valuable exercise to go through, because in the long run, it gets you to a place where you never worry about that again in your life. And for me, that's where I want to go. So anyway, I put that link in there in the chat. So good luck with all of that, Joe Eliza.
I have to say, and I've done some of those with Louise Hay, you stand in front of the mirror and tell yourself things.
Yeah.
A lot of affirmations and things, positive thinking, but it's the way to realign your mind script so that you talk better about yourself to yourself.
Yeah, because we have all sorts of scripts that we play, and a lot of them are not really ours. They come from our families and our parents, even somebody else, a secondary relative who's really wealthy, who has all these ideas about money, and everybody feels like they have to follow those rules because that person's really wealthy. It isn't about wealth. It isn't about money. It is about the value of you. That's what it's really about. So anyway, so that's my thing. Okay. All right. So let's look at somebody else's question. Let's see. Let's go.
Yeah, you got a lot of reading there, Joe Elijah, because I hope this all works out for you. I hope this was helpful.
Yeah. Okay, let me go back up to the top. Let's just do this one. Alice wants to have a card, please, from her spirit team.
Okay, card.
Ooh. I did chuckle these. Alice, I got High Priestess, which is leadership for you as well. And sometimes when a card comes out more than once, it's a message for the collective. Okay, so this is the High Priestess knows things. She may not often share that information, but if you ask her outright, she'll never lie to you. So this is knowing where your personal leadership comes from and trusting that you have all the tools that you need to get you to the next step. So this is your spirit team saying, you got this. You know what to do. Just believe that you are being guided in the right direction. Don't question yourself. Believe that you are worthy of getting the answers that you need. So go ahead and go forward with that knowledge. And yeah, deep being. And it says self-love and acceptance. So honor yourself. You're not, you don't need to question yourself. Just trust that the messages you are getting are the messages that you need to get.
Oh, I love that. And Alice, for you, I got, there is only light. And just remember, darkness is just there because there's actually what they actually say is an absence of light. So that's all darkness is. So everything is us, shadow, light, the whole caboodle. And since that is true, embrace everything because it's all the light in one form or another. So this is something that I think your spirit team is bringing in front of you now to realize that no matter what shows up in your life, bless it, be thankful for it, and know that it holds some spiritual truth and value for you as a foundational tool going forward in your life and will in fact point you to the way they want you to move forward. So this is like light on your path. So thank you, Alice, for that.
And Alice, I got a card from the Mind Info Oracle cards, and it says check in, and I'm just going to read to you what is on this card. It says, when you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier, excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It's always so helpful. And I think that is a really good tip. And I think it does come from your spirit team. So thank you for asking that question.
Very nice.
Oh, excuse me. Go. Well, could I say something real quick? Because it's just on my mind. Somebody was asking about something about, oh, shoot. It went by so fast. Something about souls. And they were talking about, okay, here it is. Hello, can you tell me where evil souls go? I'm sorry to break in, Gerald. But evil, there is no such thing. There is no evil souls. There's only evil people. And I just wanted to get that out there real quick.
Love it. Thank you for that.
So Alice L., I have the Three of Wands. It tells me you are on the right path. You are doing the right things. So there you go.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Hello. So I pulled a card for you, Alice L, and then I love these cards. They're so beautiful. I got good fortune, invite the magic in. So, and I also got a hit for you from my guides. What I saw and the words that came into my brain was, you are the little Buddha. You just have the ability to just sit, contemplate, and get answers. So I hope that helps you. And I hope that image helps you, little Buddha. I have little Buddhas all over my house, by the way. when I find something I like, I tend to buy a whole bunch of them in miniature and just put them everywhere so that I can just see it whenever I walk through the room. And yeah, so that's what I got for you. So.
And if I can go back to the thing about the evil souls, Julie asked, like serial killers. Serial killers are not in touch with their soul, and that's what, you know, they're not paying any attention to their soul. So a lot of people don't pay attention to their soul. So like I said, it's not the soul, that there is no evil soul. It just doesn't happen.
Thank you for that. Don't forget, Earth School we're here. It's an illusionary little holographic, whatever you want to call it, stage we play on, and we're these spiritual beings coming down into play and experience these things. No matter what it is we came down, we knew what we were going to come down and do. So there's no judgment about what it is, and whatever we experience while we're here, we're all in agreement with it. So X, Y, and Z experience from one end to the other. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you.
Nice.
All right, this is from Mimi Nee. Would love to know what my guides want me to focus on this year. Thank you so very much. Okay.
Ooh. Sorry, that was. Ooh. Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, you may get a huge homework assignment, Mimi.
I don't know why, Mimi, but I just keep getting astrology. I don't know what it is. I'm seeing you being an astrologer. There is something that you are carrying from past lives. You are some powerful astrologer from days gone by. And for some reason, this is a gift you carry and can just tap into and become immediately. But of course, you have a lot of other gifts, but it feels like you would be so successful at this and help so many people. That is what, right off the bat, they showed me that. So.
And going along with what Val just said, what I got right off the bat before she even talked was to broaden your horizons. So it probably is astrology, you know, broaden your horizons on that, or just any kind of metaphysical stuff that you feel connected to.
Yeah.
But yes, broaden your horizons.
And I get you are part of the the Venusian Galactic Council.
Wow.
And yeah, Earth Star activation. So you are here to help the Earth get to the next activation level. You're doing important work here, Mini-Me, and you just draw your attention to the top there where that Merkaba.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're here to work on that star activation. And all of a sudden I'm feeling very very high vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And it is it's kind of confusing me a little. So before I say anything else, yes, the Venusian Galactic Council is working with you to help raise the energy down here on Earth. So concentrate on that and do whatever you need to get into that higher vibration. So that's where you need to put your focus.
It's funny, yeah. Right when Marina was talking, I totally agree with everything. And I was getting this new information that you're going to bring in is going to have to do with looking at astrology from a whole different perspective in terms of the galactic nature of things and how it interconnects, and that it is a way to understand the flow of everything, but it is also there to show us how we can play with everything, how we can flow with everything. And it's going to connect dots that are multidimensional that we have not had before about it. So there's some new stuff coming in about it, like multi-layered chess. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
there's something.
Well, Mimi, I got perspective. So your guides would like you to be able to expand your perspective on things. Part of that is you needing to go into self-reflection to make sure so that you can figure out what you think about it, not what everybody is telling you you should think about it. So broadening your perspective, expanding that is a critical thing for you this year.
Great.
Yeah.
So I pulled from the Divine Animals Oracle, and the card that came up for you is the Peregrine Falcon, which relates to Horus. And I'm going to read just a couple of little snippets out of this. Take a step. The key word for it is observation. Take a step back and simply observe a situation. Listen and watch before you decide on a course of action, as acting rashly will not serve you in your current situation. You are being supported by powerful forces. Do not fear, you are protected. The eye of Horus is shaped exactly as that of the falcon, even down to the drooped teardrop shape at one end. A sign of all-seeing royalty, benevolent protection, and supreme power and unity. This magical symbol is still used today in spells for homes and personal protection. Then it goes on talking about Horus and his magical birth and blah, 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 blah. But here I'm going to jump to the magic. The primary magic of the peregrine is one of protection. The energy is one of an all-seeing observer and protector on high. That's why everybody's high. Work with peregrine magic when you need some powerful safeguarding or support. The other element I love about working with peregrine energy is the wise observational quality it provides when you need to make a decision about a situation and need to have more information to do so. So that, I feel, really goes along with what everybody's been saying. There is a new school of astrology where they have developed methods, and a lot of people will tell you that they're doing this, and they'll say, send me $5 and I'll send you your chart that tells how you're connected to different galactic beings. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, and I wish I had her name, but there is a woman who teaches an astrological course. You have to already know Western astrology in order to understand this course, but it can teach you where in a Western astrological chart you connect with various galactic beings. Because somebody who's telling you that, oh, you've got this fixed star in this house, so that means that you're part of the Pleiades, right? No,
No.
at this point on the Earth, we are all connected to
Correct.
pretty much all the galactic races. So there's no like, ooh, I had a life on Sirius B. Yeah,
We're behind 57.
Yeah, maybe you had more lives on Sirius B than you did on a lot of other places, but you've had lives everywhere. Don't let somebody charge you $8.99 to get that special chart, because it's just one piece of about a 500,000 piece puzzle.
Right.
Okay? So if you're interested in that, send me an email. I'll look up the information I have on that astrological course. I was going to take it, and I still intend to take it, but I have to read a couple of books, and I fall asleep when I read books. So I bought the books, but when I go to read them, I just kind of go, I'm just used to watching YouTube and getting all my information there. But so there is a way to learn that. Unfortunately, you do have to learn astrology first. So, which I teach, by the way. So maybe you're already an astrologer, though. It sounds like you've already got this knowledge from past lives, so maybe you don't need that. But yeah, I would do all those things if I were you.
Love that. That's all excellent. And I just want to point out the Eye of Horus is mathematical. Everything about it is sacred geometry. Yeah. It is a doorway, a window into deeper dimensions and gateways. There is so much we don't understand about it. It is not just the eye of Horus that is like a protective eye. It is interdimensional. It is multidimensional. There are so many things that we have yet to explore about it. And for some reason, that sacred geometry ties to the astrology in some way, shape, or form. So that's interesting. It's just what's coming. Sorry, everyone.
No, that's really, really good.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll do this one. Okay. And Gerald, can you read that? I'm just going to go up and get rid of this other one.
Yes. Any helpful information for me? Things are a little chaotic. Have to move. Have to find a job. What do you see? Thank you so much. What do you see? Thank you thank you so much.
Okay. What I'm getting is one step at a time. You're looking at everything that you need to do and you're feeling overwhelmed. So don't look at everything. Look at one thing at a time. Take steps to accomplish one thing. So, you have to move. You have to find a job. Which one is the priority? And then concentrate on that. Temple of Truth. And the message here is, throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. So look at expressing which one of those is the most important to you. Tackle one at a time. And I think that you'll feel a little more empowered when you tackle one at a time and instead of the whole thing, right? I also get Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Yeah, it's funny, but what I'm hearing is one thing at a time. One thing at a time. So I'm just, rather than pulling more cards, I'm just going to go with that. So, one thing.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I get exactly what Marina was talking about, that it's one thing at a time. But I also see that once you just stop thinking about this just for a few minutes, just to kind of clear your mind, excuse me. And then once things come together, it's going to work out well for you. It feels like a little bit scary for you because there's just so many. I mean, you need a place to live and you've got to move and get a job and all that. It just, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. So try to get a little bit of calmness within yourself and just, like I said, quit thinking about it for a minute and then come back to it, and it'll start to come together, because I see that whatever you're doing, it is going to work out, but you can do it. You don't have to make it so hard on yourself, because this is all going to work out. You're going to be just fine. You're going to find that job. You're going to find that new place to live, and, having to move and all that is going to happen. So, and it can actually be quite easy if you just allow yourself to chill a bit. Just, I mean, what you're talking about will give anybody a lot of anxiety. And so just let it go and know that that you're capable of doing all these things. And it's not really going to be that big of a deal, but it is going into the unknown. And that tends to be a little bit scary, but yeah, you got this. You're going to do just fine.
And I have to say, I agree with everyone. Jay Roberts, this is what I see for you coming, joy. And so get out of your head. I know it's hard. It's easy to say. No, get into your heart and know, be in the knowing of that joy, that is what's coming for you. so that all this new adventure that's coming forward, new adventure, opening beautiful gateways and doors for you. All this joy is coming to you. Open it and receive it. It's on its way. Say, I embrace all this change in divine grace, bringing me my highest good and the highest good for humanity. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is done. Accept it, embrace it, and be thankful that, and keep that ego mind quieted down by going to positive things. If it starts squawking, go back to your heart.
Yeah.
and to redirect your energy, your focus. And that's
Jay Roberts, I have the 10 of Wands. Yes, you are going through an incredible amount of stuff. This is the confirmation card. The other card that I have is Rebirth, which says on the other side of this, you are going to be reborn. You're going to have a different perspective that does not make the experience any less taxing. So I want to recognize that. But this idea of, and this is a duplicate card, this is the 7 of Pentacles. The way you are responding to what's going on now are some of the seeds that you're planting for the next part of your adventure. I have the word cheer for you, the abundance. If it's a hard day and you got out of bed, good for you. You got out of bed. Own it. Still, and as the others have said, make sure focus on one thing at a time as you need to. However, remember to be present and to, it's so hard. I mean, yeah, do something a little bit that makes you happy, whether it be taking a bath, eating a candy bar, for entertainment purposes only, watching a funny YouTube, cat videos, whatever. But don't stay stuck too long, because you're moving through it. I can tell. I can feel it. You are busting through it.
And I just want to add, you have a choice. You have a choice in every moment how you are going to look at everything. That will bring you the greater flow and the greater ease and comfort and opening up. Because, when you're restrictive, when you feel fearful and you close back in, it's painful. But when you finally surrender, like I love the way Colleen held her hands up, when you surrender, you become at ease and you say, okay, I'm breathing and I surrender. Bring me all my highest good. Then things aren't as painful or stressful. Somehow magically that perspective changes the flow of how it feels. And that's your choice.
Yeah, nice, Val. I agree. I agree with what Val was saying. And here's a couple of things that I was getting as other people were reading. It is your choice, and you have a choice of the way you look at this. So what would happen if in the next 10 minutes you just stood up in the middle of the room, put your arms up and said, okay, fuck it, universe, just do whatever you're going to do to me, and just surrender to the universe? What would happen? Would you not be able to move? Would you not be able to get a new job? No, you're just surrendering. But then it's you accepting, what's this great new job I'm going to get? What's this fantastic new place I'm going to move to? And you can kind of flip it on its head. Now, before you can get to that spot, I think you actually have to physically throw your hands up and surrender to the universe. Because if you're not ready, do it tomorrow or do it the next day. Mm-hmm. But I got to tell you, Jay Roberts, that eclipse is coming for your ass. Obviously, it is coming for you. And whether you make these changes or not willingly, the universe is going to make you change.
And it's a lot more comfortable if you surrender and do it willingly.
That's right. That's right. It's a lot more exciting when you are choosing it rather than having it imposed on you. So one card I got for you is strength. And this means that to me, this means that you're going to be doing things you've never imagined yourself doing before, and you're going to be doing them well. And the next card you get is the Magician. So, magic, hello, that's happening for you. And the next card is the Prince of Cups. This is somebody who has surprises, right? So you're going to be surprising yourself. But I think that concept, and maybe you should look at the Louise Hay videos too. It's kind of a theme here. The idea here is, yeah, we all would react like that. We're not saying here, oh, we're so friggin' enlightened that we wouldn't react like that. Nobody's saying that.
You have to still implement all the things we're talking about, just like anyone else.
Yeah. So I mean, if we were all faced with your choices, every one of us would be like, oh shit, I gotta go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just like you are. But the idea now is to do that breathing that we talked about in the very first reading, and then throw your arms up, surrender, give yourself some time. I mean, it may take a couple of glasses of bourbon, I don't know.
Yeah.
Give yourself some time to just let this kind of wash over you and accept it. And when you're ready, don't force yourself, but when you're ready, realize that this is your life. You make the decisions. You choose the job. You choose where you're going to live. And it isn't being forced to do those things. You're choosing those things. A lot more power in that. A lot more power in that.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to stand in the victim mode. Surrender and know your soul or your higher self is bringing this forward for a greater opening and good for you. Stand in that powerful place of saying thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And Jay Roberts says that, yes, I just get so nervous, a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
Try to take that nervous energy and put it into this. Instead of letting it paralyze you and make you feel bad, put it in another direction. Plus, you know what? You're totally capable of that. Totally. Yeah. I just feel that you're probably really pretty good if you're not totally stressed out, you're probably good at multitasking and things like that. I don't know, maybe not, but it just feels to me like you are definitely equipped to handle this stuff. Yeah. It wouldn't have probably been given to you if you weren't one of those kind of people that can handle it. So you're going to do really well.
Yeah, and you're going to be receiving gifts from the universe once this is going through. If you do have any stones that are at all golden color, like this is a tiger's eye, and this brings a lot of strength. But this is an onyx that has a little something else in it, some striations. You need to ground. So anything dark helps you ground. The bay leaf, touch a dog, touch a cat, touch the wood in your house, touch a tree, touch anything, touch your own hair. I mean, you're grounding too, but ground yourself. And if you have stones that you can carry with yourself to keep you grounded, that's very, very helpful. Or if you have jewelry that's, dark or golden stones, that's a really good thing. The gold, why I'm emphasizing the gold, like citrine or honey calcite or yellow calcite or even orange calcite, something golden is going to attract a feeling of success and happiness. Yes. And that's going to calm you down a little bit. So, in these situations, use everything you can possibly think of, and just kind of like get it all set up, and then just take those breaths, put the arms up, just surrender. It's happening for you, man. It's going to be okay.
Tiger's eye is a great stone.
Grab it. Grab it.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So we good on time, you guys? We're just past an hour. Are you good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to get out of Jay Roberts' thing. Oh, I don't know where that went.
I'll take care of it.
Okay. So Susan says, could I have an oracle reading? Sorry. I'll had to wait for just that. Okay.
Susan, I don't know why, but they're showing me you teaching, like you're a teacher in front of a group of people. And so this is something that you have on your divine plan path to bring forward. And in whatever form that shows up for you, whatever you love, teach that to these people, whether it's the spiritual teachings, whether it's Reiki, whatever you want to teach. It feels like you have the gift of, the throat chakra being beautiful transmitters of wisdom and information to everyone. So you're going to be giving higher vibrational light codes and light language out as you speak to everyone. So things are happening on many, many levels, many layers, multidimensionally as you do this job. And, it could be on Zoom. It could be on YouTube. Whatever your platform is, when you have all these people in front of you, they can be virtually in your classroom. So, don't let that stop you. And I feel like there's a couple of books coming. And so get ready for that. Congratulations,
Very cool.
Susan.
Nice.
Next, go ahead.
I agree. I got Inner Earth, and excuse me, this talks about base chakra and strength and security and laying foundations. So start laying the foundations now for what you're going to do in the future. And what you're going to be doing in the future is karmic board cleaning. So you're dealing with other people and doing energetic clearing. And you're the other message here is rewrite your story, live your truth. So once you lay the foundation of what it is that you want to do, then move forward and write the story of your life the way that you want that story to go, not the way that someone else has kind of written it for you. Excuse me, and you're just going along. So there's a lot of karmic clearing that you're going to be doing. And I think Val is absolutely right. You're teaching on different levels, and your experience is what is going to help you to connect with people and move forward. So yeah. That's what I'm getting.
Susan, you asked for an oracle reading, so I just picked one card of the oracle deck, and it says manifest. And you're always manifesting, whether you're aware of it or not. Manifestation is based on your thoughts, and you're being asked to manifest consciously through positive thinking, and you'll attract into your life exactly what you're wanting. So that's how I'm answering this question, by that card. I don't know if it fits in with what anybody else was saying. I have no idea.
Well, it does. It's manifesting. You can't go wrong with that.
Okay, cool.
Well, and I have expression. So thinking about, being willing to express yourself, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Maybe it's time to get creative, write poetry, paint, do something along those lines. But that's going to help you find security in who you are. So as you experience your expressions, that's going to give you security because they're yours and they're exactly right. Nobody can tell you differently. So that's what I have for you, Susan.
Yeah. I'm going to piggyback on with what Marina was talking about. So I do get the Queen of Swords for you, and she is holding a sword. So she's definitely a person who communicates or teaches or just conveys concepts to other people. But she's also a person who's very good at her level of whatever level you are. The queen level is, almost at the king level. So she is very close to mastery, or she is a master in many things and just has a few other things that she wants to master. She has a healthy discontent with her level. She wants to move up in her level. She doesn't want to stay at the level that she's at. And yet people around her see that she is the master. She's the queen of what she's doing. And that's where you are. However, you do feel restricted. You feel restricted, possibly health-wise, but I'm thinking more financially, and also just trapped by the ideas that surround you by, and what Marina was saying, other people's ideas, or maybe some sort of a karmic relationship that has just worn out its welcome. It's just done. And maybe for the eclipse will help you break free of that karmic relationship or karmic situation or some kind of almost bondage that you're in. Could be psychological too, that is saying you have to be like this, and you don't. You don't have to be like that. You can fly, you can be free, you can be creative, you can use your voice, and you can get fly higher and raise your vibration higher than the people around you. So, don't be surprised if by this time next year you have a whole different circle of friends. The oracle card that I got for you is self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo, which goes back to what Val was saying. If you are teaching, then it doesn't mean that somebody has to hire you and call you a teacher. You call yourself a teacher, and then you teach in whatever platform you need to teach. So that's what I have. Okay. All right. So let's see. Where are we here? Gerald, do you want to pick one, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Let's go to Ali Zank. A question specific. I would like to know why I have so much fear and anxiety all the time.
Oh.
Why I have so much anxiety or fear and anxiety all the time.
Well, it goes back to something that happened a long time ago that you probably don't even have a memory of. But then over time, you've built up, it's kind of like a little conditioning of now suddenly a bunch of things, because it's been a long time ago, now a bunch of things will trigger that anxiety. And I have an anxiety disorder, so I can totally relate to this question. And what I did is I got so fed up with the whole thing. I thought, okay, what is it? What am I afraid of? And I just would sit there and think and think and think, like, bring it on. And that's when I finally figured out that it was something that happened a long time ago. And that was a relief, but that's probably not where you're going to go with this. Right now, I'm thinking that if you just look at the fear and anxiety, try to just really embrace it for a minute instead of fighting it, because the more you fight it, the worse it gets. So just really look at it and think, okay, so what am I afraid of? And see if you can't pull the ridiculousness out of it, because it's really, regardless of where it came from originally, it's really in your head that something has, something it should be feared. And it's really something you have to figure out for yourself. Of course, you can also go to a doctor or somebody to help you with that. But I found that when you just really look at it and and also accept the fact that you have it. Okay, fine, I have this. Now, what the hell does that mean for me? And just really, like I said, embrace it, look at it, try to figure out where it came from. And that will help relieve it. But since you've had it for a while, or since this thing, I believe, occurred to you a long time ago, you really just kind of have to work on it. But I know it's one of those things that just can really interfere in your life when you're trying to do stuff. And all of a sudden you're like, God, there's that anxiety again. But that's my suggestion from my own personal experience. And I hope that you can get a handle on it, because I know how uncomfortable this is.
Yeah, definitely. And I went into your Akashic records. Yes, I asked permission energetically. And I have to tell you that what I saw was a past life where you were a soldier in a war, and you were watching your fellow soldiers getting shot and being killed. I saw you in foxholes. I saw you, I don't know where this was. It could have been, I don't know if it was the Civil War. I'm getting more like it was in World War II. And I feel like you had a lot of anxiety terrible PTSD, which they didn't know what it was at the time. You suffered tremendously, feeling like I survived the other shoe was going to drop at some point, and you became a nervous wreck with your PTSD, and nobody could help you because I didn't understand what it was at the time. That trauma of your fellow soldiers you were bonded to and them dying and you watching this happen, it was a deep trauma. And in this lifetime, you're here to clear this. Therefore, you brought yourself in with this anxiety that is now here in your face to let you open up and let go of all of that fear, all of that. Just take the wisdom that you gained from that lifetime. That was the core lifetime they were showing me, but there were many that were underneath that. They kind of show it, encapsulate it in one to show me. But release, hearing it, just hearing about it will help you. Just hearing this information will lighten it for you. And the Akashic Record Masters, the clearing is going to happen just from hearing that lifetime. But in terms of understanding now that this is from that PTSD, that trauma, that loss, you're grieving for all of your fellow soldiers. So you hold grief, you hold that pain of, I could be dead any second, and all of that other shoe's going to drop. This is what you are suffering. This is what they're telling me. So knowing that, give yourself a lot of self-care, a lot of love, and just know that over time, this will become very mild through just hearing about the lifetime. So my heart goes out to you because that was a heavy duty lifetime that you had, that you're clearing now. This is why it came up. So thank you for your question.
And just what Val said, you're absolutely right. It is PTSD. I have the same problem. Different scenario. I don't, it feels like it does come from a war situation, and that you are carrying it out from another lifetime. But yes, look into what PTSD is and how people deal with that, because once you find that source, and Val is telling you now that is the source, that is the beginning of the relief for the anxiety.
Correct.
And fear. And so, very good, Val. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm getting the chills now that you're saying it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't come up with it. It was the Akashic Record Masters. But
well, and I'm, also if they want to talk to their guides about it, that would probably help too.
Yeah, it's their Akashic Record Masters that my Akashic Record Masters talk to. Some people talk to other people's Akashic Record Masters. I talk to mine. They talk to theirs.
Perfect.
And then I get so everybody has a little different way of doing it. But yes, absolutely. It came up here now for clearing. So
Yeah. Wow.
But I mean, we've established why you have so much fear and anxiety. It's PTSD.
yes,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to add to that. So yeah.
Yeah. I got the Anunnaki light codes. And this is, the message on the bottom is you're going through an energetic shift. It's new information. It's the end of the cycle. So, yeah, I think that I'm with Gerald. I couldn't add any more to what Val and Cleo said. So yeah, you're definitely going through a shift.
Yeah.
I am not worthy. Okay, here we go. Let's do the last question. A-Dub says, tell me something good. Any info you get.
All righty. Hello, book. Nice to see you. Tell you something good. Huh? Angelic frequency. Angels are close by.
Okay.
And you are safe. This is a potent connection. So, yeah, you want to know something good? You're safe. You're connected. You're being guided in ways that are well. Okay. Let me go back. As you move forward, you are very safe in moving forward. So whatever comes to you, you're sorry. I'm really starting to vibrate at a level here that is just,
it's not communication. It's beyond the human realm, so that you can't even make words come out.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're safe. You're absolutely safe. You're doing the right things.
Thank you, Marina. Okay. And I just want to say, hey, Deb, as soon as you started, I heard you, and they're saying your comedic humor, you're lightening the load for everyone. The humor you bring is so healing. And I see you out there, no matter what you're doing with people. This is your beautiful harmony. You bring authentic truth. And what is a high vibration? Humor, light, love, just joy. This is what they're saying about you out there in the world. So whatever it is that they're acknowledging you right now, saying you are a ball of sunshine and you bring beautiful truth in with whatever you're doing. So you can build on this and open it to do whatever you want. You have all the gifts and your light is shining brightly. So yeah, just know you're being acknowledged for your beautiful light. You're a gift to the world.
You know, A-Dub, you could be a comedian. You could be a comedian that just, everybody just would enjoy. They enjoy being around you because you have a little bit different take on things that ends up being funny.
Yeah.
So
it's always cosmic truth. It's always, has that truth in it. So it always hits home with everyone.
Yeah.
It raises the vibration. It shifts people.
Exactly.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a fun person.
Yeah.
Hey, Deb, all of the plans that you're making you are on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. Boom.
Boom. Yeah.
Boom.
Boom. Wow. I almost hate to go now because that kind of ruins your boom, but I got
I have enough room for more booms.
Okay. So I just pulled one card and I got the Archangel Gabriel. So yeah, angels and connection, and you are protected, and Gabriel is the angel of communication and creativity. So you're giving it all out there, and that's what we need. So thank you. Thank you for all that you're doing. So is that it? Did we do everything? I think we did everything, right?
Yep.
Well, we of course have a lot more questions, so people will have to show up.
Yes.
In 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, that's right. In 2 weeks on the, what is that, the 22nd? When we're doing the next
22nd.
22nd. Yep. Yeah. On the 22nd, we will all be back to read your questions again. Thank you so much to everybody in the chat. Thank you to all of you who sat here and gave the beautiful readings that you gave. These readings were just astounding. They were just amazing. And yeah, so there you have it, folks. That's the Cool Crone Oracle. That's what we do. So be sure to go to everybody's channel, watch it for a couple of minutes, give it a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed to our channels. And if you have any small children, could you subscribe them to my channel? No, I'm kidding. I'm just trying to get those numbers up before the equinox. I'm kidding.
And you know what? I'm at this point, I think I'm like 24 away from 2,500.
Oh,
So
Ooh,
come on, folks. You know, do an old lady a solid, okay?
yeah, come on. Yeah, help a gal out. Yeah.
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 oh my gosh. That's so close.
Do dogs have YouTube channels? Can they subscribe?
I know, really. We could make some.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we could.
My girlfriend's whole thing is under her dog's name. So all her social media is her dog's name. Anyway,
That's an idea.
thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. We will be back in 2 weeks. And many blessings, love, and light to everybody in the chat. Thank you for your beautiful questions. And many thanks to my readers for giving such amazing readings.
Yay.
And we will see you very, very soon. I'm going to put on the video and then I'm going to end this thing. So thank you so much for all of your stuff. And here we go.